Welcome to an episode of Collectors Coalition, the show that talks movies, comics, and more. This is also the show that believes that all the world's problems can be solved by a really good slice of pizza. I'm one of your hosts, Christian Bean, and with me is my co-host, world-renowned pizza enthusiast, Mario Bennese.
That's me.
World-renowned.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't go with a howdy, but yeah, that is me. I am a pizza enthusiast.
Mm-hmm. I'd say I'm number 2, but we all know there's no number 2. There's Mario's the top 5 seeds for pizza enthusiast.
Yeah, I've gotten that free pizza from Domino's multiple times.
Same.
The 60 points thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For I also do one at Papa John's for like 25 points.
How do you? What's the thing to get the points on that? Was it like purchases of 10 or more?
No, I think it's any purchase.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
I think it's like for you get $1 for every point or something like that.
that's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I might be wrong on that. I might be a little wrong there. I'm not quite sure. You'll have to check my math on that one. But I got free pizza today, so. Hey guys, I'm really sorry about this episode being so late. This week's been kind of hectic and a lot of things are going on, so a little later than usual, like a day late. This is going to be going up Saturday night, so yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
If it makes you feel any better, at least you're not getting a completely different episode for the same stuff. Unlike my listeners.
Oh, yeah? I feel so bad.
So let me tell you a story.
I like Storytime Mario. Storytime Mario gets into it.
For some reason, and I don't know why, I thought
God
that
hates you.
the
Sorry.
PodOmatic storage thing updated every year. Right? That makes sense. It's a yearly base subscription. You pay a certain amount of money per month or, an annual fee. And you get a certain amount of storage.
Uh-huh.
I was under the impression that it renewed every year. That you would get... Right now I'm doing the 2 gigabyte deal where I pay $10 a month and I get 2 gigabytes of storage and about 200 megabytes or so of bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that's not the case. So, I had finished doing Superman commentary month, where it was the Christopher Reeve Superman films. Started out really good and just kind of went into a gradual decline because Superman 4 is a god-awful film. And, well, it turns out that doing 4 roughly 2 to 2.5 hour long episodes creates very large files.
Yes.
3 of which were M4A files, not MP3s.
Ouch.
And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to try and save space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download those to my computer because I didn't save them. I'm going to convert them to MP3 files and then compress them a little bit. It's going to suffer a little bit of a sound quality loss, but it will save me some space.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do this. It all goes without a hitch, right? For some reason, though, Superman 2 commentary isn't uploaded. Huh. That's weird. Okay, well, let me check again. Huh. For some reason, there's 2 different postings for the re-uploaded version of Superman 4. Let me delete one of those. That's taking up space. Oh, crap. That was the one that didn't have the file attached to it for some reason. So I'm scrambling around, trying to find a software that'll recover deleted files, because of course I'm not going to have them on my computer. I don't have that memory space to carry those.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I'm not paying $89 to recover 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So fortunately, one of my listeners and fellow podcaster, Bob Fisher, he hosts the Superman Forever radio show. He happened to have a copy of the Superman 4 commentary, so he sent that to me. So I got that one re-uploaded. Superman 2, though, has been lost. I can't get it back. Nobody's got a copy of it.
It's like the magic Superman 2. You can never get it back.
Not even my most devout listeners, the ones that write in every episode, and by that, just the one guy that writes in every episode.
Good for him. Does he listen to our show?
I don't know.
Should ask him.
I don't know.
Hey, buddy, if you're on the show where I talk a lot and the interesting one, Mario, doesn't talk as much, how you doing? Hi, buddy. It's nice to meet you.
Well,
I'm Christian. I'm kind of annoying. I'm a huge Batman fan. Sound like I'm turning in a resume. Please love me.
No. And so that one's gone forever.
Okay.
I can't find it.
That's sad.
Nobody's got the file.
I'm depressed now.
It makes me sad.
I see the news. I'm going for it. No, I'm kidding.
So tomorrow,
Not suicide jokes aren't funny. Just putting it out there. They're kind of funny.
they can be funny.
They can't be funny.
Context.
Context, yeah.
So I'm going to have to re-record that episode tomorrow to upload that.
God, that sucks so much.
And I had some really good material in the second commentary.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I did. It was funny. And so I said, all right, look, since I'm about to go on spring break and I'm just IDGAF mode right now.
Me.
I'm just going to, for this week's episode, re-record the Superman 2 commentary. And then next week as penance, I'm going to do the Superman 2 Richard Donner cut at commentary
Okay.
to make up for it.
So you're doing the same episode twice, basically.
Pretty much.
Good for you. Dedication on a level that I'll never be. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
So
kinda
that's a thing that happened.
I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
Yeah, well, what can you do? Not delete your files.
Lol.
Keep a backup.
Lol. Me. I have an entire folder with every single episode we've ever done in the show.
See, I don't have the space for that, apparently.
Well, I mean, on my computer.
Yeah, no, apparently I don't have the memory for my thing on here.
Oh,
You have to remember, I have a lot of music on here.
that's a good point. Oh, well.
I downloaded one album. Like, I
Really?
purchased an album yesterday, and that apparently pushed it over the top. It's like, a little message says, your disk is running out of space. Just one album, 22 songs.
You should get an external hard drive.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then why aren't you using it?
I am.
Oh.
I
Well,
transferred everything that wasn't music or related to my midterm to that.
Well, why don't you transfer your music on there as well? That way you have the copy of your music on that external hard drive.
Because it won't be in my iTunes library.
It will, as long as you keep it connected to your computer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You put it in your external hard drive, and as long as you keep it plugged into your computer when you're using iTunes, it's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I didn't know that.
You're
But I use iTunes all the time, so I guess I'll just tape it to the bottom.
Did you know me? I have my external hard drive broke. I have to get a new one, but I keep it on top of my computer at all times. Just always there. Always.
Always.
Nothing's been really going on with me, honestly. The Switch came out, which we'll be discussing later on after the comics.
He will be.
Yeah. I just got a couple things I want to say about it. Like we said, we're not going to discuss collection stuff unless we're actually going to get into it, and I'm actually going to get into it a little bit. There's a couple things I want to bring up, a couple things I want to talk about, but that'll be after the comics. Before then, no, nothing special. Working on the comic that we're working on together. Been finishing. I'm trying to finish up as much as I can. That working on the film we're working on together, getting that script almost done, so you can go over and actually make it good. So this is how writing with Mario works. I make trash with interesting concepts, but trash. I give it to Mario. He polishes it up and turns it into gold by some magic.
What?
Every concept I've ever given him, he's oh, here's this. It's like, it's not very good. I read it, I'm like, this is excellent. This is gold.
What?
This is hilarious. Or this is really interesting.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You got an A on an assignment, and you wrote it the night of a script.
No, I did that 5 minutes before I presented that thing.
No, I'm talking about when you turned it in.
Oh.
Because you told me you did it the night before.
What was that?
Script writing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you did. You told me I did the night. I did about the night. I did the night before.
Oh.
I'm like, fuck
Well,
you.
I thought
worked
you
on
were...
it for like a month. A month, and I barely got through the first act.
No, because I came up with a pitch for mine like right before I went up.
That's how dreams are made. I just had mine.
I gave her what she wanted. I really did.
And boy, howdy, they loved both our pitches. I was impressed.
The guy that pretty much ripped off Avatar.
He totally ripped off Avatar. A guy in our class ripped off Avatar. I called him out on it too. All right. Well, that's been pretty much our personal lives. I know the most interesting part of the podcast when Mario talks about his personal life is gone. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm playing with you. Next up is the news, and it's an interesting one this week. First, starting off is the new Shadow of Mordor game, Shadow of War, has been officially announced for the August 22nd, 2017 release date. The game will come out with 3 different versions: normal $60 game version, $100 gold edition, and an incredibly overpriced $300 mithril edition, which consists of everything the gold edition has and all the pre-order bonuses, plus a Torgorth, Balrog, and Karnan Drake battle statue, and some other like knick-knack stuff, but it's like $300. It's ridiculously overpriced. Then again, I don't expect much. This game's gonna do really well.
Yeah. Oh, I liked the first one a
I sort
lot.
of feel bad for this game because let's sit here and list things that are coming out this year. We've got Mass Effect, Legend of Zelda, Horizon Zero Dawn. No God of War. I don't think that's this year. Now this game, plus we got a new Overwatch update coming out. God, there's just so many things that are coming out. It's just kind of stuck with all these things. It's a good game, but it's nowhere near the powerhouse. Injustice 2, they're powerhouse games has to go against.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that Shadow of War can do well in that market.
I think it will be all right.
In this month alone, we've had Horizon Zero Dawn just came out, very good, great time. Story's a little weird and kind of goofy. Legend of Zelda came out, fantastic. I love it every aspect. Mass Effect's coming out in a couple weeks. You know me.
Oh, I know you.
Everything's getting dropped. Mass Effect.
I know you.
I love that series. I love those games. And then after that, we got Injustice coming out. We got Persona 5 coming out.
They're still going with those?
Persona? Yeah, Persona's huge as pop. Persona 4 is the greatest JRPG to ever exist.
I'm not dishing it. Dishing. I'm not talking smack about it. I'm just saying we're already up to 5? We're still going?
I mean, we've been doing this since I think PlayStation 1 maybe.
That's true. I think I played 4.
Persona 4.
Yeah.
The anime weeaboo trash game.
It wasn't of my own volition. My friends were playing it at a game party, and I'm like,
not
all right.
disrespecting you. It's the greatest JRPG to ever exist. It's fantastic. I love it. Just you. I'm just imagining Mario playing the game because it would be hilarious. Yeah. Almost as funny as Bobby naming her character Capri Sun Kool-Aid.
I don't get that reference.
It's just first name Capri Sun, last name is Kool-Aid. It's her character's name and it fits perfectly.
Oh.
I know. I'm very proud of her. And that's Kool-Aid with the dash.
Doing it right.
Yeah. So I hope Shadow of Mordor does well. I'm picking it up. I'm going to play it. I think August is going to be a good date for it. I can't think of anything on the top of my head that's coming out in August. So
I probably would have gone with something like November.
No. You don't want to go with November because
that's true. Because you got the holiday stuff coming out.
Holiday stuff you have to be careful with. Mario Odyssey might be coming out around that time as well.
Well, see, mostly just for aesthetic reasons. Because whenever I think Lord of the Rings, I always think November for some reason, just because the color scheme.
It's coming out right before November.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least it's coming out in fall, not in spring. Lord of the Rings in spring, yeah, that goes together.
That'd be weird. All right.
Peanut butter and mustard.
Continuing on the video game news. We got a new character announced for Injustice 2 after a short clip. We see that Dr. Fate's been confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
This is a huge roster. There's a huge roster of characters that you can play as. And you can pre-order it, you get Darkseid. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pre-order it. Hell yeah. Well, why wouldn't I?
Dr. Fate wasn't in the last one, was he?
No, he wasn't. I don't even think he was a story relevance.
Yeah.
I think all these characters are going to be in the story. I figure they're all going to be in the story. I'm kind of excited to see where that goes. Apparently this is going to be a huge story. I don't know how Dr. Fate's going to play into it.
I think he might have been a challenge character that you could have gotten for the mobile version.
Oh, I didn't play the mobile version. I've got a life, and I hate mobile. I mean, mobile gaming's not very good.
I still have it on my phone. I just haven't played it in a while. I have almost every version of Soups. One of them.
That's what I thought. Because Batman's the best.
No, Huntress.
Oh, yeah. That's
Huntress. Cool. She throws a smoke bomb, throws a batarang thing, and then shoots over to the other side of the screen, and it pisses me off. I haven't played it in a long time. I just remember she sucks. And then Raven trains your energy. So, yeah, right at the beginning of the round.
I'm sorry. Do you need a hug?
Everybody's OP in the challenges.
Okay. Getting on some comic news. DC Looney Tunes solicits are up, and they reveal a very special comic, Wonder Woman Tasmanian Devil crossover event. Now, all it seems to be missing is Superman.
It's gonna be Bugs Bunny.
This announcement is all this along with this solicits announce all the covers and the story synopsis. So on a scale of 10 out of 10, how excited are you? I'm a 10.
Well, I subscribe to all of them, so.
So did I today. We went to Talking Bay today, and we're like, yeah,
might as well.
Logan was working that day. So we're like, hey, Logan, all of them. I also made sure that I was down for that Star Wars event that's happening.
Screams of the Citadel.
Yeah.
Shadows of Citadel.
No,
Something Citadel.
Screaming Citadel.
That's it. It sounded kind of metal.
It does metal. It does sound metal, doesn't it? It's some like ancient Jedi stuff going on. So I'm kind of excited to see how that plays in.
Plot twist. They discovered the Force rocks too.
Yeah, man. We like classic Metallica and some classic Megadeth. We like the new Metallica album too. It's just the Force and they're jamming out. Just long hair, bushy. Looks like we got Dave Mustaine in his 20s.
With his ramen noodle hair.
Yeah. Also, Jay Garrick is making a comeback in the Batman Flash crossover event called The Button. The original Scarlet Speedster's return. But what may his role be? And what does his story have in store for us?
Hopefully the reintroduction of the JSA. Please.
I mean,
Johnny Thunder was in the Rebirth
didn't
one
they
shot.
announce they're going to do JSA though?
They did. They just haven't given us any details. So I'm hoping that this kind of leads into it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Button's going to be the big push to that.
If I'm remembering correctly, that's either in Flash 21 or 22 that we see
21.
this.
21. I'm pretty sure that's the start.
Yeah, they kind of did what they did with kind of with the 0 year thing where they had like the cover from like a comic.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Thing from New 52. Well, except for this one, they're doing like the original Flash #1 from like 1939 or 1940 or 41 or 42 in that area. Except modern Jay Garrick is on it, which is cool.
It is pretty sweet.
Interesting side note though, Hawkman was also debuted in that issue.
Oh, the more you know.
Yep.
Now on some TV news, the CW has found its Black Lightning. Heart of Dixie star, Cress Williams, has just been cast in the role, with just in time for no one to watch it. Because no one's going to watch it!
With just in time for no one to watch it.
Sorry, I'm going to say which is. I don't know why I slurred myself a little bit.
What?
I like Black Lightning. No.
Why Heart of Dixie? Why is that where you turned?
Cress Williams is a good actor. I mean, all the Heart of Dixie actors are pretty decent.
I once knew a guy who was like the most macho guy you could ever imagine, right? Like the most heterosexual person.
I can imagine some pretty heterosexual people.
Right? Like a gym rat and everything. You know what he watched?
What?
Heart of Dixie. In the privacy of his room, he watched Heart of Dixie.
He admitted this to you?
I walked in on him watching it.
I swear, it's not what it seems. Looks like you're basically watching gay porno.
He was a nice guy though.
Oh, I figured as much.
I miss him.
Here's
to you, buddy.
Was he dead?
No.
Jesus.
No.
You're like memorializing. It was in your beer. You're like, oh, here to you, buddy. I'm like, oh my God, is he gone?
No.
Is he okay?
If that's how that went, I would have been pouring this all over your floor, and you wouldn't appreciate that.
I would punch you right in the beer.
No, man, he's not dead.
That's good to know. All right. For all three of you that still care, Alexander Siddig, known for the roles on such television shows as Game of Thrones, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, will join Fox Gotham later this season as the classic Batman foe, Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
Shh, you hear that? That's the sound of no one caring.
I thought that was a motorcycle outside.
There's a motorcycle outside, but whatever. Yeah, I don't. No one. I kind of watch the show on occasion. I'm trying to catch up, but
you won't just watch it because it's Batman related.
I do.
It's okay, buddy.
I'm a little ashamed of myself.
It's
there.
okay.
No, it's not. The show doesn't deserve my viewership.
No, it's okay as in I'm trying to comfort you, not in it's okay as in it's a moderately quality show.
I mean, it is moderately quality.
If you take away the Batman stuff, you got a decent cop show, just a run-of-the-mill cop show.
It's funny, all the characters except for Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock. Take those two out, all the characters are pretty interesting. Those are the only two problems in the show.
Oh, well.
Augusto Aguilera from Chasing Life has filled the 20th Century Fox major role in its reboot of The Predator. Who are they playing? Well, that's just too much to ask for Fox.
You said this was going to be filled with jokes.
It's not going to be filled with jokes. It's me.
That's right.
Yeah, Predator casting, no one knows who it is. No one knows who's playing because Fox doesn't tell us anything. This person's going to be playing in the movie. Who's their character? It's in the movie. That's nice. Thank you. I appreciate your lack of information.
Well, yeah, that's
It's Fox.
kind of what you get.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting less than them, honestly. A trademark has been filed for Star Wars Rivals. That's right, guys! A Star Wars style sequel to the acclaimed Kinect Rivals is coming. Maybe not confirmed. It's not even wanted, but it's interesting to see where it's going. The Star Wars Rivals, it sounds like a video game. Everyone's like, oh, it's a movie! No, it's gonna be this thing. It sounds like a video game, and it sounds like a mobile app. I saw Rivals, and the first thing I went to is Kinect Rivals, and I'm like, yeah, that game was trash.
Wait, wasn't that was the? Oh, that's a different game I'm thinking of.
We have so many copies of those in my GameStop. So many copies. We have like a back row where we have like the extra.
Was that the Wii game?
Kinect Rivals?
Yeah.
Kinect Rivals. Kinect. Xbox.
Kinect.
Oh,
that's
Xbox,
right.
Kinect.
You know, I'm not a video gamer, Christian. Is that the one where Han Solo dances the
No.
flying solo?
No, that's a different Star Wars game.
Right in Solo. That's
That's
it.
a different. That's a Star Wars Kinect game, not Kinect Rivals.
Okay, because I know he danced to that in like Bespin. And it was weird.
It was weird. All right, watch out, kiddies. Lego Batman's too gay for you. At least that's what the plethora of conservative websites are claiming. With criticisms like, and I swear to God, this is a real quote from someone claiming to be news. Think the sexual innuendo of the Flintstones minus the real humor. It seems the creators of the Lego Batman movie were so anxious to subtly indoctrinate little ones into getting into the gay ideology that making it humorous came at a distant second thought. That's right, gays. We're on to you, trying to make our world more fabulous.
Again, you said this would be funny.
I actually have in notes, insert ridicule of these morons.
There are no quotes, but I can imagine what they've all said.
That's the quote. That was literally the quote. Think the sexual innuendo of the Flintstones minus the real humor. It seems that the creators of the Lego Batman movie were so anxious to subtly indoctrinate the little ones into the gender ideology that it makes it humorous came as a second thought. Okay.
You're just now criticizing the Batman franchise for having gay undertones?
You're just now criticizing Batman's the gayest superhero.
We were discussing in the car earlier how he's every emo teenager's wet fantasy.
Like, the dude has a line of just other dudes that he just chills with. And, like, in super tight, like, tights. Yeah. Come on. I'm a huge Batman fan. I'm sitting here and telling you, Batman is incredibly gay. Is the gayest thing. To love Batman is to accept, alright, yeah, this is a little gay, but whatever. It's fine, cool, I don't care.
Yeah.
And this is the one, like, half the fun of reading a Batman comic sometimes is just saying, alright, the undertones in this are just unnecessary.
Yeah.
His first sidekick's name was Dick. It's
well, kids can be cruel.
Kids can be cruel? I love Lego Batman, it's so funny. I don't understand these people. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Is there a subtle, homosexual agenda onto it? Is there a subtle political commentary about homosexuality? Absolutely. He has two dads. It's very straightforward saying there. Is it still a good movie? Yes. It's not like we're sitting there like punching you in the face about it being about it's about gay people. It's like, no, it's very well done. It treats it very naturally and it treats it like it's normal, which is how you should do stuff like that. I thought that was cool.
The only thing I could point to like maybe is like maybe Robin was a little like flamboyant in some of his things.
But
like
dude, it's Robin.
Like where
it's classic comics.
Like where
Robin.
he rips off his pants and he's like, oh, that's better. I mean, it was funny though, and I don't mind because I'm not an uptight.
It was making fun of how Dick Grayson dressed.
I'm not an uptight butthole. I'm trying to censor myself.
I appreciate that.
Makes your job easier.
And you talked about the gay representation was done. Well, people, strap in the kiddies because I got one more. It's been confirmed that Josh Gad's LeFou, the sidekick to Gaston, will have his own subplot dealing with character sexuality. That's right, you butthurt conservatives. Run and hide. The gays are taking over this joint.
Oh, there are theaters already refusing to show the film.
That's stupid because the character was already gay in the original movie.
They just didn't say it.
No, well, yeah, before
He was totally gay
he
for
was
Gaston.
so gay for Gaston. But this one, they're like, hey, we can actually do something with that. We're in a time period. We can do something with that. And it's, from what I understand, it was well done and it was very enjoyable. Like, it was my favorite movie reviewer is Jeremy Johns. If you got a chance, he's great. I love his movie reviews.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, was also pointed out. It's because you got to see it early. It's like it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty blatant. Like they even mention how blatant it is, but it's not bad. Sometimes it's a little bit heavy-handed, but it's actually entertaining. I'm like, that's great.
Oh, I didn't know he put a movie review at that.
Yeah, he got it early.
I know
super early.
I know Stuckman put his up. He gave it an A-, but he was kind of biased because he loved the original.
That's kind of my problem with a lot of reviewers. I love the originals. This one's fine. I'm like, no, you gotta judge it on its own merits. You can't judge it based on how true it is to the original. What makes Jungle Book great is that it wasn't necessarily true to the original. It was just a good film. It was entertaining to watch.
I thought it was all right. I appreciate the work that was put into it, though.
I thought the actors did a great job, and that's what really sold me, is that it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Also, Bill Murray was a bear.
Ooby doo! I want to be like yo.
I want to be like yo.
That was the best part of that movie. Christopher Walken singing.
And the Monkey King. I'm like, oh my god, what is going on?
That was a thing that happened. Just came out of nowhere too. It came out of left field.
Yeah, we're just like, oh my god, what's going on?
I guess we're doing this now. Okay.
Did we review that for the show?
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No, I saw that was in January. Was it in January? That was in.
We're doing the show in January.
No, last January.
Was it last January?
March-ish. February-ish. March, February area.
Oh, okay. So was this...
Because it was after I had seen The Revenant, but around the time that I saw Deadpool.
Okay, I saw Revenant, Jungle Book, and Deadpool all with you.
No, I saw Deadpool with...
I thought I was with
Revenant, Deadpool, and Jungle Book I all saw with my buddies Josh and Nick.
I thought I saw... No, I watched... I must have rewatched Revenant with you.
I'll have to look at my... See, this is why I keep my ticket stubs, Christian.
So I went with... I saw the movie. I'm positive I saw it with you. Jungle Book, I'm not so sure. I saw it with Bobby, I know that for a fact. And I could have swore I saw Deadpool with you.
No, I saw it with Josh, Nick, and my buddy Chad.
Well, it's been pretty much the news. Not much has been going on this week. I know it's short, but yeah, it's a short week. What can you do?
Sleep.
Next up is the comics, which unfortunately is also kind of short. We didn't get much this week.
It was April.
It was April?
Yep. Okay. Came out April 15th.
Okay. I'm going to start the comics, buddy.
All right. Well, first up, we got Aquaman number 18, written by Dan Abnett and art by Scott Eaton. And I liked this one.
Oh, yeah, I liked it too. I liked how it ended. I thought it was really sweet. I thought... I
thought it was just going to be Aquaman punches a guy, and he's a robot, and he dies. But no.
I appreciated the more... I guess not really subtle, but... No. I guess...
Human element.
The more the complexity behind it.
Yeah.
They took something that could easily have been... They punch it out and add a moral complexity to it and made an ending that I didn't think I would see coming. I also think that I hope that character stays. I think it's fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
The robot's fascinating. I'm really interested to see what they do with him because I want to see more of them.
And it ties into something that's going on in another series in a different country.
Yes. Okay, well, let's just say it ties into the
Ministry of Self-Reliance in China from New Superman,
which makes me really happy because that you don't understand when I saw the Ministry of Self-Reliance. I'm like, okay, cool. So this is just not away from everybody. This is actually affecting the overall DCU.
Yeah,
good. That's how it should be. It's really, really good.
China has, I sound like Trump right now. China kind of has a pretty big impact on the U.S. Yeah. There's like this big relationship there, and you can't write comics and have one take place in China and the rest take place in the U.S. without those two crossing paths.
And I really do like how often I see the new Superman crossing over.
I like him.
I think he's great. I honestly think his character and how his character made is super original and super like fun and like a really cool like twist on the Superman character. I'm enjoying it. He's a little shit, but he has to be good. He has to be good to be Superman. He has no choice. It's like the best.
It's like for Christmas. If you want presents, you got to be good.
It's like if I wanted. It's like if I want to make movies, I have to stop making puns. I would have to stop making puns, kind of thing. It's like that's hard. I guess.
I am looking forward to the next issue of Aquaman, though.
I am too. I'm curious to see where this how this affects.
Because they're working with the Aquamarines.
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a cool concept. I liked that.
Yeah, they can change the
Animorphs.
Yeah, they're Animorphs. Oh my god. Except they don't go full animal.
Yeah, just get caught halfway through. They couldn't afford the budget for the rest of the CGI.
My god.
Anyway, next up is Batman number 18, written by Tom King and art by David Finch.
Every
boy.
issue is just sweet nectar for the soul. If the first part of the story was just on a writing standpoint perfection, the second one on an art standpoint perfection, the third one is a perfection altogether.
I am not a bird or a cat or a penguin.
I am Bane as he punches him through a wall. Oh my god, just Bane when Bane tries to make a deal, I'll give you these people for Pirate, and Batman says no, and just Bane wails on him for saying no, yelling. I'm like, oh, the ending of the issue 2 is just so good. And every second, you are like on the edge of your seat, going, "Oh my god, what happens in the next page?" But you don't want to change it, like analyzing every panel, because David Finch is just like, "That's right."
Oh, he brings his A game here.
That's right. I'm a good artist, but hey, baby, I'm gonna show you how good of an artist I am. I'm gonna make this so visually appealing. I'm gonna make every panel something to look at. Every panel's gonna be worth a poster. Oh, that's right. That's how I roll.
That's kind of creepy.
That's how I imagine David Finch talks when he's
creepily.
Yes. I want to meet him. I'm super like I love his art. This line's fantastic.
It is real good. This is probably one of the best stories that the Batman line's had so far.
I mean, if I'm being super nitpicky, I see what they're trying. They're trying to make Bane into Batman's super.
His evil opposite kind of thing.
But
parallels.
I don't think King wants to write it for Joker at all.
No.
I don't think King wants to touch Joker, period. It feels like King is avoiding Joker as much as he can.
Yeah, and that's kind of fair. Joker's a really tough character to tackle, because you have a lot of people who know the Joker, or think they know the Joker, or have a special version of the Joker, and you can't please everybody.
No, and I think what he's trying to do, I think he's trying to turn Bane into a character that he can make his Joker, but I'm like...
And I'm fine with that. I like Bane.
I appreciate it, but the Joker's still the Joker.
Oh, yeah, there's no replacing him.
I'm curious to see if this story will come down to, like, Batman kind of pointing out how, like, yeah, you're tough, but I don't worry about you. You never come up ever.
Yeah, like, when was the last time we really saw him?
Yeah, do anything. Like, have a major arc. This is the first one in a while. But it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. Next up is Cyborg number 10, written by John Semper Jr. and art by Paul Pelletier. I think that's how you would say
Pelletier.
that. Well, I think it's French. Pelletier.
I don't
know. I'm an uncultured American swine.
I'm part Canadian.
Are you really?
No, my mom's Canadian.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew you were Irish Italian.
Irish Italian, French, Canadian.
Oh, well, I see. I did. You learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm. I'm white. That's why I'm just white. I took all the white nations and I combined them and made me.
Are you also Welsh? That's about as white as you can get.
Yeah. Speaking of not white, Cyborg number 10 is is something. It's pretty good actually. Entertaining, fun. They're trying to give Cyborg this like bigger universe, bigger world of characters. The problem is we've been on the same story for so long. It's not like Wonder Woman and New 52 where that same story was super interesting issue to issue. This one, unfortunately, is just not that interesting. It's just not that fascinating. It's just like, can we get over it? I'm kind of done with this story. I'm kind of done with this villain. Like, he's cool, but he's been played up too much. You've played him up so much. I haven't really seen him fight or anything. I just seem like...
That just sounds disappointing. Why are you still on that?
Cyborg's fought in
Are you
book.
just staying for the conclusion and deciding?
I just want to know how this ends.
So you're just gonna stay till the conclusion and then maybe jump off?
I'm thinking about it, But my whole thing is that like it's not like Cyborg hasn't fought. He's fought other characters, and it's fun to watch. And I guess the moral complexities of Cyborg throughout this book has been really interesting. But he hasn't fought the main villain. Like the main villain's just there. He's confronted him multiple times now. I'm just like, I don't care.
At first, I didn't hear fought. I heard.
Oh yeah. The worst
I
part
heard
is
something else.
The main villain is like he's taking the fun of his dad, so that'd be really uncomfortable. I don't know.
Can gay people have an Oedipus complex? Or will that be
Dude,
really an
anybody can have an Oedipus
well,
complex,
that'd be
you
more
moron!
that'd be more of an Electra complex because...
Stop. Hey, look at me. Stop. You're overthinking it. You're gonna hurt yourself, and we're gonna go places in this episode.
No, overthinking things is what led to a Cyborg title. The character, he cannot hold a title of his own.
His title in New 52 started off really well, but just didn't go anywhere. And this one's just not. It's just the same story. I want it to end already. It's been 10 issues. End it, man.
Yeah.
You don't need this saga. It's not necessarily that interesting either. Whatever.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Next up is Green Arrow number 18, written by Ben Percy and art by Eleonora Carlini.
Mm-hmm.
Cannoli.
It's Carlini. There's no O in it, you idiot.
I want a cannoli now.
I kind of want cannoli myself. Good. Very good. Very interesting. Very fun. Roy Harper's in it. Roy Harper and Green Arrow have like
really
they're talking, and it's an interesting issue. Roy Harper, he's Native American apparently, or like he was raised by Native Americans.
See, I'm not too steeped in Green Arrow lore either.
So like when I learned that, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. All right, cool. I'm interested to see where that goes. It's good. It was a good like kind of conversation they had. They were tackling the whole pipeline thing. My only issue with Green Arrow is that it's trying so hard to be socially conscious.
Yeah.
And be like PC culture. But
I kind of caught on to that on the Rebirth thing.
Yeah. But it's well written enough to where I'm like, this is an interesting story and fun and entertaining. It's really good. It's some of the best Green Arrow I've read in a while. But I'm not gonna lie, the social justice warrior aspect that they're really pushing is just a little bit heavy-handed. It's very heavy.
Maybe that's why I didn't pick it up. I just don't like my politics getting into my comics.
See, I like politics. I like my politics in my art. That's what I like. I like having that. I just feel like there's a way of doing it. And Green Arrow occasionally does it really well, but then there's occasionally issues like this, like the pipeline's bad. I'm like, but why? You're not getting into the political complexity of the situation. I know it's not super complex. Like there's a right and a wrong here. I get it, but you're not discussing that. You're discussing just how it's wrong, and not discussing why people think it's right. You're just making them seem like hicks and idiots. But some of them actually have a good point. If you would listen to them, maybe you can come to a fair middle ground. But of course, that's not how people think. People just want to yell and scream and think that their side is the only right side.
Yeah.
This is why I refuse to be Democrat or Republican, because you both are idiots.
Everybody's an idiot but me.
They both are idiots. The two sides are stupid. They have no idea what they're doing. That's
my philosophy. Everyone's an idiot but me. And select people.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's worked out for you real well.
When you get down to it, I'm really not a nice person.
Yes, you are.
Next up is Green Lanterns number 18, written by Sam Humphries and art by Robson Rocca. Boy, that was... I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I want to know where it's going.
Same.
I mean, I did appreciate that, they kind of went into the lore.
Backstory.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that they went into the lore. The art was gorgeous.
It was.
But I kind of wanted to see my lantern buddies.
Yeah. It kind of sucks that wait 2 more weeks to see the people who are
the titular characters.
Yeah. But I get it. The whole issue, so we can set up this character is nice, so I know what they're doing. They've done.
They did that with Phantom Ring.
Yeah, which is
Phantom Lantern.
Which is fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate being able to set up the character, so I know its motivation.
Yeah.
I don't think the first Lantern is necessarily super interesting. I think he's fine.
I think it's. I haven't read enough with the first Lantern, but I think it's more like a novelty thing. Like, look, they're fighting the first Lantern ever.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
But I'm still looking forward to it because Sam Humphries always knocks it out of the park.
I think it's pretty cool that he's immortal.
Yeah. Cool I was thinking about that while reading that. He's been alive for, 10 billion years? He just wants to die. He's dead, but he wants his soul to die. He's sitting in the nether realm.
Yeah, and he's just
wanting to die.
Was it like he's technically dying constantly and coming back to life? He can't officially die. I'm like, that sucks.
He just wanted to save his mom. Dude, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Well, mainly because I went through this whole thing. It's like, I don't want my mom to die.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I know. It's just... Life is weird, man.
Life's weird and then we all die.
Yeah.
Except for the first lantern. Alright. Let's go on to the book that I know you're so excited to talk about that I'm actually going to crap on a little bit. Mario just texts, so we're doing the show, and I don't mind him.
Next up is Justice League number 16, written by Brian Hitch and art by Fernando Pesaren. Okay, first off, he draws a really weird Superman.
He does. Do you want to start or should I?
I liked it just fine. I
have one major complaint. You know what it is.
Brian Hitch.
Brian Hitch is like, hey guys, you know that great Justice League of America title that I did? You mean the one you didn't finish? The one that everyone loved? You mean the one that everyone was just like met on? Yeah, I'm gonna bring those characters back. How does it end? It just ends. So we're never gonna get that last issue, are we? No.
Probably not. I don't see it happening. I mean, he's got a cool concept here, but the last time he did this, this seems to be his thing. His thing seems to be splitting up the league. He likes to split up the league. You ever notice that?
He can't write them as a group.
Well, that one issue where they were just sitting around in that hole.
They're sitting around like crying to each other, holding each other, like waiting every second for Batman and Superman to start kissing. It's like the guy with an action figure. He's like, it's okay, I know it's okay. We'll work together now. Brian Hitch can't write. He can't write.
I remember when the Justice League of America title was first announced. The one from the New 52.
It was good at first?
The first issue was good.
Mm-hmm.
But when the solicits were announced, Austin said to me, "Oh, you're going to love this title, because Brian Hitch is writing, and he's a great writer."
Austin's not here, so we have the ability to mess with...
Boy, howdy. Austin, I love you, but boy, howdy, you were wrong.
He can't write team books, man. He cannot do these team books. He just cannot write for these multiple characters.
And it's not that he hasn't had good ideas. The Amazo thing that he did was kind of cool.
Yeah, but it ended.
It just kind of ended.
I liked how it was like they had to fight Amazo without Superman. I'm like, that's really cool. Because normally what it is Superman overpowers him because he can't copy powers perfectly.
Yep.
He can copy what he can do, but he can't copy just the amount of strength Superman has. I'm like, that's cool. And that's it's gone now. Where's this gonna go? Oh, it's already over. They already solved it. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, this either ends this coming issue or the issue after. And I mean, right now it's fine. It's just I've seen what happens when Hitch works with time.
Yeah, he doesn't finish it. Marta's just like, well, yeah, that's true, I guess.
I don't hate him personally.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's a bad writer.
I just want somebody else on the book.
Same. It's Justice League book. We should get a really good writer.
There's a reason that I put this off till the end.
Same. For the most part.
Like, when I read a Justice League book, I want to be like, oh, right, I'm getting 7 heroes for the price of 1 book.
I usually, the last book I read is usually a book I really want to read. I'm just going to preface that with that. Like, Star Wars is the last book I read this week, because I wanted to feel like, yeah, Star Wars.
Oh, well. Okay. Hopefully next issue's strong.
We keep saying that every issue. Hopefully the next issue is stronger. Hopefully the next issue is stronger. We're not going to drop Justice League. It's Justice League. We're not going to drop it.
Our team buddies are in there.
Like, if they had to drop both Superman and Batman for us to drop the title.
Yeah.
They're never going to do.
Somebody's in trouble out there. Next up is Nightwing number 6, written by Tim Seeley and art by Javi Fernandez. I liked it.
I liked it a lot too. So if any of you've like seen the cover or like I don't know, seen the solicit, Damian Wayne's in it, and it's a really interesting book. The problem is there's a lot of things that are happening in it that are kind of cool, not like gut punches, but like suddenly, oh god, okay, well shit, that's gonna be rough. So they don't really I don't want to say anything about it too much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thing with his girlfriend, that'd be a huge spoiler, which is going to play into a really interesting moment later in the book. I don't want to spoil it. The one thing we can't tell you is that Nightwing tells off Damian.
And boys,
It was
it's so satisfying.
It's like the one person that's constantly defending him, just telling him off. It's like, dude, stop. It's so great.
To be fair, Damien was being a little
Brat, yeah,
little squirt. To quote the little known film "Who Killed Captain Alex," he was being a diarrhea squirt. That is a line in that movie.
Yeah, you can say he pisses on hospitality.
But yeah, it's good. I can't wait for the next issue.
Yeah, same here. I'm excited.
Next up is
I don't know why, and I just realized
the Shade, the Changing Girl.
I swear to God, when I was putting the list together, it came up as the Shade, the Changing Girl, and I didn't click to me until after I already made it and sent it to you. I'm like, wait, that's wrong. Shade, the Changing Girl, number 6.
Yeah, Shade, the Changing Girl, number 6, written by Cecil Castellucci and art by Marley Zarconi.
Yeah, it was a weird thing with Comixology. I don't understand what they're doing. It's interesting. It's not that I didn't see it coming, what they were gonna do. So how do I put this? The girl, the body she took over, spirit has kind of come back. I think they mentioned it the previous book that this happened. This is starting to happen.
Okay.
And she came back, and if you've been reading this book, which all like 3 of you, but all 3, my crew right there, they're my crew, the best. Go read Shade of Changing Girl. Understand what I mean when I say this book's awesome.
Such a square.
From when whatever. At least I'm around sometimes.
I'm always round.
My God. So, for those of you interested, so the spirit of the girl's body that used to be in there, who is like a monster, like an evil human being. She tortures people, and she's like a sociopath. Is trying to take her body back, and it's the battle between her and Shade for her body, and it ends exactly the way you think, but not in the way you think. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's a good book, good art, fun. I like it. It's very strange, very out there. And I guess now she has 2 friends that are gonna help her, like ET style thing, except for like with sexual tension. ET with sexual tension.
There's a porno of that.
There's 2.
There's 2.
There's 2.
There are there 2?
There are 2.
Probably, yeah.
I know for a fact there are 2.
Yeah. Thank you, Cinema Snob.
Yes, thank you.
Next up is Superman number 18.
No.
Oh, Star Wars. Sorry, we're skipping to the good stuff already. Star Wars number 29, written by Jason Aaron and art by Salvador LaRocca. Christian's gonna kill me.
I'm gonna ignore you said that. But remember, next time you're calm in your room asleep, I can just walk in and slit your throat.
Well, that requires me to be asleep and not stay up till 6 in the morning every night.
You sleep at some point. I know you do. You're sleeping on my couch before we started recording.
I did. I took a
pre-recording nap.
Yeah, pre-recording nap / post-recording nap.
Oh, yeah. You'll find that out next week. Well, we'll explain it later.
Yeah, kind of, maybe. If we feel like it.
Oh, my God, Maria, you're such... Star Wars number 29 is pretty great. Continuing on that story with the Force rocks, and now Luke's going to the planet that Yoda... I don't understand it. I don't understand how this ties in at all to C-3PO being captured by Darth Vader. I just hasn't... Like, I need to go back and reread that issue to find out why he pulled out the book in the first place. It just kind of happened, and the story's just kind of happening. He gets there, he's like, oh, what do I do now? Oh, I should finish the story. And I'm like, why didn't you in the first place? I just don't understand this story. I don't understand it. It's not being well written. It's confusing. It's kind of stupid. The Force rocks are apparently all connected to a Force mountain that's sentient.
Christian.
What's going on? What happened to the Star Wars book?
Christian.
Yes. Remember, this is all canon.
If
all canon within the larger Disney Star Wars universe.
If you hadn't told me that this is otherwise a really good book, I would look at you and tell you this is the stupidest crap I have ever heard.
It's so stupid, but like most of it's pretty well written. So it's like, it's a terrible concept.
Wait, so it's Yoda just hanging out with a bunch of rocks?
rocks and like these
Is
like,
he talking
savage
to them?
No, with like these savage people who pray to the rocks. It makes no sense. It's a whole like Indian Native American thing going on where adults are trying to kill kids, kids are trying to kill adults. The look you're giving me is very accurate to the look I have. Like, what? Why?
Why rocks?
I don't know. I don't understand it either.
It could have been worse. It could have been like sticks or leaves.
Well, I'll have the force in it, but like, dude, just a force mountain that becomes sentient. I'm just like, what?
Wait, does the mountain start talking?
Yes.
The mountain talks?
The mountain talks. No, to be fair,
Is it a cool mountain?
No, to be fair, it's someone like using the mountain to talk, but he's still talking. It's still a talking mountain, emboweled by the force.
So did they
This is some
smoke a
prequel
bunch of? Did they smoke a bunch of grass before writing
I'm
that?
not gonna lie, this is some prequel level bullshit. Like, this is like prequel level nonsense. It's a good series. This is a little bit of a hiccup. We are gonna get to the Screaming Citadel, which apparently is gonna be a crossover event I'm looking forward to, but woo howdy. This is something special.
It's usually what somebody says when there's something wrong with a thing.
It's totally it's more than one thing, trust me.
Well, to the really good series, Superman number 18, written by Peter J. Tomasi and art by Patrick
I don't know,
Gleason.
this book was terrible. No, I'm kidding. This is a great book.
This is a great start to Superman Reborn.
I'm interested to see where this goes.
Man. The twists and the turns, man.
Solid first step, definitely.
It's really good. I need to get the variants for these because they're pretty awesome.
They're pretty awesome.
If I understand correctly, I think all four of them are a connecting cover, but it's like they connect like in a square shape instead of like a rectangle.
That's pretty cool.
So, just a heads up.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of picking them all up, so yeah. Only 4 issues, right?
Yep, just the 4 issues, and then you have the aftermath, which is in all the stuff we're picking up: Justice League, Trinity, Super Sons, Superman, Action Comics,
They're all gonna have an aftermath.
Supergirl, Superwoman.
They're all gonna have an aftermath.
Yep.
It's just an issue.
After issue or 2, something like that. Because this is a big thing. This is Superman. This is coming from another Earth
At
to
least
this
Batman
one.
keeps to himself.
No, that is a lie. That is a lie. When we were in Walmart, they had the 3 packs of comics. They had Trinity number 1. No, you want to know what it was called? Batman
Trinity.
Batman Trinity.
Just Batman's logo on the cover too. I'm like, damn guys, that's cool.
Superman and Wonder Woman on the cover too.
It's their book as well.
Are you worried that nobody's gonna buy a book called Trinity because they're not gonna know what it is, even though there's a picture?
And Batman's on it.
Anyway, off to the topic of the week.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the topic of the week is obvious. It's going to be the Oscar winners. We're going to discuss each one. We're going to start with Best Picture because I just don't feel like waiting on it.
Yeah.
It's also a pretty simple conversation. Best Picture winner was Moonlight.
Yeah.
I think that should
deserves
won.
it.
Yeah. There was the whole There was the whole thing where La La Land got, oh, it's La La Land, but of course that was a mistake, and it's a couple mistakes. There's also someone that had like a picture of someone, and they said it was deceased, and I guess the name was wrong. The name was the person, because I don't. It was either the name and the picture. Okay, so the picture was the person that was deceased. No, because the picture.
Somebody goofed.
Bobby's correcting me, but I was right the first time. The picture was someone who was living. The name was someone who was deceased. So I can't remember which one it is. It was just some random person. It was like some technical person. But yeah, so like.
Boy, that's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, but
there's
not
no
gonna lie.
excuse for this.
I'm not gonna lie.
We live in the digital age.
Yeah.
The information is at our fingertips.
The fact that they got the wrong picture for the wrong person is just really mean. And just I do really appreciate what Jimmy Fallon said by Oscar law, we now have to kill that person. I'm like, dang, man.
Wow, that's actually probably the first time that he's ever said something funny.
Wow. But the second messed up was that when they gave what's the gentleman's name? He was the lead actor in Bonnie and Clyde, the 70s film.
Oh, Warren Beatty.
Yeah, they gave Warren Beatty the Best Picture winner.
Just gives it to Faye Dunaway.
He tries to pass with the Faye Dunaway because he thinks it's wrong. He doesn't want to take the heat for it. I don't know why he didn't just say, "Hey guys, I think he gave me the wrong card."
Yeah, I mean,
that would have been the sensible conclusion. But it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Someone gave him the wrong card. He didn't know what to do. He just read the card like he's supposed to.
Yeah.
He said La La Land, and it ended up being Moonlight. Moonlight was the actual winner. And I'm glad, because when I said La La Land, I was mad. La La Land is not the best picture of the year. It's not by a long shot.
I mean, I personally enjoyed it a lot.
I thought it was great. I thought Moonlight was better. Moonlight's more topical. La La Land's more of an appreciation of what was in Hollywood. Moonlight is trying to push the genre forward, to push the industry forward. And that's why Moonlight deserves it, because it's trying to push the industry forward. It's not just trying to relive past memories.
I've seen a lot of people already criticizing Moonlight getting the Best Picture award. Maybe they did it because it's about a black character.
It was about the black community, Miami's black community, and I don't want to say I agree with those people, but I'm saying that there is an argument being made because these Oscars was the people trying to show us like, no, we're not racist. Check it out. We support our black community, yeah. And I'm like, okay, everyone you nominated and won, I do feel like deserved the win for the most. I think almost all of them deserved the win, except for I think there was one that I didn't agree with, and that was just because the person I wanted to win wasn't even nominated, and I thought that was stupid. But I do feel like that Moonlight deserves it. I think what sucks is that there is always gonna be that question of did it get it because of its own, because that it's a really good film, or did it get it because they wanted to move about black
show
people?
How progressive they were.
Yeah, because the Oscars aren't progressive. They aren't at all.
No, see, my problem
next year is just them gonna do what they always did and just say, oh, we're better now.
I'll probably save this little rant kind of thing till after the end of this.
Go ahead.
So
we're doing the topic. The topic's
okay.
the Oscars. There's lots of problems with the Oscars.
I guess that just kind of boils down to my large problem with these big overbloated award shows. They're all for appearances.
That's
but
true.
But the thing is,
people take the Oscars seriously, as they should.
Well, no, not only that, but the Grammys too.
Well, no one takes the Grammys seriously.
I know, but the point I'm trying to make.
Because like the People's Choice Award, no one takes People's Choice Award seriously because people's choices are stupid and they never make any sense.
Well, the thing I'm trying to drive
you can't
at.
rely on actual people to make a choice for art ever. Sorry, continue.
The thing I'm trying to get at is that they throw all this money at these things, and they can't even get the simple functions of the shows right.
Yep, I agree.
All the problems they had at the Grammys, all the problems that they had at the Oscars. You're telling me that nobody, like you guys are paid thousands and thousands of dollars individually to do these tasks.
They're paid thousands of dollars to basically jerk themselves off. It shouldn't be that hard.
How hard is it to find the right envelope? How hard is it to make sure that somebody's microphone is plugged in?
The guy was fired for doing that, by the way. The guy was fired for not giving him the wrong envelope. Because you know what his excuse was? I was tweeting. So they fired him.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's stupid.
Yeah, he should be fired. I think they also fired the person who did the name thing. I think they fired someone for that as well because that two problems that shouldn't have happened. Both are easily avoidable.
Yeah, both were easily avoidable.
This is a huge worldwide event, and they screwed it up, and they don't deserve their jobs.
But I don't care for the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever other award show because they're so self-insistent that they're important.
Well, I think Grammys, yes. I don't think the Oscars. I think the Oscars, we do put a little importance because everyone complains about award shows. Oh, they don't need to happen. Oh, they don't
It's
need to
validation that a film you liked was good.
Especially considering that the Oscars really focuses, a lot of the Oscars is focusing on the more technical standpoint and focusing on film as a technical art form, and that's what makes the Oscars important. The problem is how voting works in the Oscars is dumb and doesn't make any sense. The people should vote. No, the people shouldn't vote. No, you shouldn't. Yes, I'm talking to you. You think how you should vote in the Oscars? No, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. People who are trained, who understand this art form very well, and who take the genre seriously as the art it is, who've studied it, that's the ones who should be making these decisions. The problem is, of course, the people that are in there are old and have old values. There's not enough people that represent the newer generation that these films are being marketed toward. Moonlight is for our generation. It highlights problems within our generation's black community, which you don't have to be black to appreciate. You don't have to be African American. You just have to be
a person with some form of empathy.
There's some really beautiful moments in that film that I really liked. Some things that I really enjoyed, and it's fantastic. I'm buying Moonlight on Blu-ray.
It's pretty cheap. You can get it for like $12 or $13 on Blu-ray.
It's a film that no one saw that won Best Picture.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Well, next we got actor in a leading role, Casey Affleck in Manchester by the Sea.
Okay, we will we will put this out there very clearly. Me and Mario hate Manchester by
I
the
thought
Sea.
it was a bloated, self-important piece of crap.
It's a lot of films that did it this year, like Sully, but this is a movie about the baby boomers giving themselves blowjobs. Oh, we're so great. Oh, we're so challenged. Look how wonderful we are. Hell or high water. Manchester by the Sea. Sully are all the baby boomer generation saying, "We're so excellent. We're so wonderful. Look how great we are." I swear to God, I watch these films and I hear my dad, and I'm like, "Just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop, please." You are old people trying to say how you're better than the young people. You're just so self-absorbed. And when I get old, when I get old and I get there, I expect kids younger, my kids when they turn 20-something years old to say, "Look, Dad, you are older. You have trouble understanding this. Let us teach it to you." And I hope that at my age, I'll learn clarity that just because you're young, you aren't stupid. And the problem with Manchester by the Sea, it is the baby boomer generation jerking themselves off. There's no quality in this movie. There's nothing there. Nothing here. There's nothing here to grip on.
I can't tell if that's wind or rain.
It's
I'm
windy
sorry.
outside, yeah. I don't think anybody can hear it because they can't hear the fan that's on that's blowing on me because I'm a giant fireball. Thank you. My words do not.
Fall buyer.
Shut up.
I thought you were gonna say something about a bear,
So, my issue mentioned by
it's
the
just
sea.
a mopey film.
It is
A mopey film with no purpose that goes nowhere. That insists that it is a dramatic art film, and it's really not.
It really is mopey for the sake of being mopey.
Like, look how sad we can write this.
But did Casey Affleck do a good job?
I think he did a good job.
I don't think he did an Oscar.
No. Best male performance, leading role. No.
I think Ryan Gosling did better than him. I don't think Ryan Gosling should have won it, but I think he did better than him.
Kevin Spacey in 9 Lives.
Kevin Spacey every time he's in a movie, he should win an award. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna buy that on Blu-ray just for
when it's cheap.
Yeah, when it's really cheap, I'll buy it on Blu-ray
Got it.
just because I joke about it so much, and it's really bad, but I kind of have a soft spot for it.
It's funny. It's funny bad. Also, wasn't it the first film we did Garbage Day? Well, when we started doing Garbage Day, just the two of us.
I had to explain to a friend how we got started watching the worst reviewed film every week, and I'm like, well, it all started when I saw a trailer for Kevin Spacey being turned into a cat.
And we just we got to go to all of them. There's no point.
All
right.
Yeah.
So next up is actress in a leading role, which is Emma Stone in La La Land.
I appreciate the choice because I liked her performance, but Amy Adams should have been nominated.
Let's start. Yeah, I want to start right here saying that I don't think any of the actresses in this category should have won. I think it should have been Amy Adams. Amy Adams was not only in one fantastic role, but two fantastic roles.
Arrival and Nocturnal Animals.
Both of which was a better performance than Emma Stone in La La Land. Flat out. I think I should preface that right now. She did great in two amazing films. The problem is that Nocturnal Animals made everyone uncomfortable when watching it because it's a very uncomfortable movie.
But it's good.
It's so good. And Arrival, unfortunately, is a technically great movie, but the story isn't fantastic, so they don't recognize... When the story in a movie's not good, they usually don't recognize the actor. Well, the story is great, but when the story in a movie isn't, award-winning good, they usually don't recognize the actor for it.
Yeah.
The problem with the Oscars, they have a problem separating the actor from the story.
Yes.
To which La La Land's not La La Land, Arrival's a fantastic movie because Amy Adams did amazing. Half the reason why Arrival's so...
I am a human. Lois, please stop.
Yeah. I put that on her Facebook page. It was so great. But within the category of people who were nominated, I do think Emma Stone did a good job.
Yeah. No, I liked her a lot. I just think Amy Adams should have been nominated.
And won.
Yeah. Because she's forever my crush.
We're just going down a list of movies that we either... we have that have controversy or we just completely disagree with. But the next one, I don't disagree with at all. Next is actor in a supporting role, which is
Mahershala
Ali. If you don't know him, he's also in Luke Cage. He is he's Cottonmouth, but he's a character in this movie. He won Best Supporting Role for his role in Moonlight, and he totally deserved it. He did a fantastic job. He did amazing.
See?
He did fantastic. I think he did great. Not much to say about it. I completely agree with that choice. On my case, absolutely. He did a great job. He deserved that role. He's also the first, I believe he's the first Muslim actor to ever win an Academy Award.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think so. I think that was the big deal with him. He's the first ever, and it's pretty cool. Next up is actress in a supporting role. Viola Davis in Fences.
Is that out yet?
Yeah, it's out. It's been out for a while. I didn't mean to see it. I just haven't had time.
I mean, it could either be really good drama or really cheesy drama.
I thought that God, what's his name? I don't know why. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
He should have won best.
Oh, I love Denzel.
Best actor for Fences because he did a very good job. I didn't get to see the whole film, but I've watched pieces of it with him, and it just got it powerful.
I love Denzel.
He's like, I have you. I have to raise you. I don't have to like you. Nowhere in the contract of me being your father says I have to like you. And I'm like, dang, that's awesome. That's an awesome moment, man. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. So powerful.
Well, next up we got animated feature film, Zootopia.
No.
It was good, but it didn't deserve that.
Moana's better. Kubo the Two Strings is the winner.
Kubo should have won that.
Kubo should have won, but of course not, because it's the Oscars. Because they see Disney, and they're like, oh, we gotta pick a Disney movie. And of course they're like, oh, there's 2 Disney movies. What do? We have to watch one of them. No. We don't have to, because Zootopia is about everyone getting along. Well, do Zootopia then. Of course, instead of actually, anything doing some form of representation being Moana, which is about, Islander people. And that would have been really great to show that the culture could have won an award for its being interesting about that culture. Or
for being a well-written piece with strong characters and an interesting plot.
Of course, there's also, they're doing Zootopia, literally doing Zootopia, because it's about not being prejudiced. Except for the movie, if you watched it, it's incredibly prejudiced. And it reinforces, the stereotype that tells you not to believe in, it enforces within the own movie. It's saying, oh, well, some stereotypes are just correct. I'm like, no, that's not the message. The message should be you shouldn't consider stereotypes at all when it comes to people. That should not be something that your mind goes to. They literally, part of the plot hinges on hinges on a stereotype.
I mean, Italians do like their pasta. Mexicans do like their rice and beans.
I do know an Italian that does not like spaghetti or any type of pasta.
Well, you know what? They're wrong.
I mean, I think they're wrong too. I'm just saying.
They're wrong.
Just saying. Zootopia is a good movie. I'm not saying it's not a good movie, but I've watched Moana.
It's visually stunning, but I think there are better films that were
Moana
nominated.
Like 5 times. I've watched
Kubo
and the Two Strings. I've lost track.
It is a very good film.
Both those films deserve more than Zootopia. I do think Kubo and the Two Strings deserve the most because, just on a technical standpoint, it's amazing. But then you add the fact that it's like the greatest Legend of Zelda movie we'll ever get. And then I just don't understand why Zootopia won. I don't get it.
I mean, I like the film. I just don't think it should have won.
Same.
Well, cinematography, La La Land.
Yeah, obvious choice.
Oh, yeah. Totally, 100% on board for that.
Yeah, there's nothing really to there. I think that of course it's a musical and it's half the movie, half of it's going to be great cinematography. I think that's a very obvious choice. Yeah. Next up, costume design is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. No, moving on.
Was it Fantastic Creatures and Where They Might Be Located?
Yes. But they're good. But they're 50s design. Yeah, they're the most generic, boring 50s costumes I've ever seen. Not 50s.
Was it World War I?
20s. Sorry, 20s. I don't know why I said 50s. It's very generic.
Anyone can throw on a trench coat and say that they're from the 20s.
Anybody can we can go to a speakeasy. We're in the 20s. Oh, you win an Academy Award. They gave it because it's Harry Potter. Because they're like, we gotta give Harry Potter something. Like, no, you don't, because it wasn't a good movie.
It wasn't. I didn't like it at all.
Very mediocre. Very mediocre.
Directing La La Land.
Not surprised. Deserves it.
Yeah.
The director.
If you can have a solid 15 minutes with no dialogue, no nothing, and just music and cinematography and camera work.
Everyone on that team has said the director's vision is what made that film.
Oh, totally.
He ran a tight ship, and he knew what he was doing, and he did fantastic. I really appreciated. I think he deserved the win. La La Land definitely deserves the best directing for it. Best film editing is Hawkshaw Ridge.
Haven't seen it yet.
For what I understand, that's fair. I think it's a fair win. Hawkshaw Ridge had to win something because it's a Mel Gibson film.
Yep.
Not surprising that something in it was done really well.
This one pissed up a lot of people.
Me? It made me angry. It made me incredibly angry. Best makeup and hairstyling, Suicide Squad. No. literally one of the worst parts is the testicle monsters. It's terrible looking. The only thing that film that really is kind of astounding is Killer Croc, and even that he looks like a bunch of blackheads tied together.
Well, that's just gross.
Yeah, it is, and like I appreciate. Yes, did he look good? Absolutely, but it went against Star Trek Beyond.
Star Trek Beyond should have won.
Yeah, it should have. The hours and hours and hours we spent on just makeup and hairstyling, it looks fantastic. Now, is the movie perfect? No, of course it's not. I like it. But I think if you just look at makeup and hairstyling, it's wonderful. The makeup work on that movie is astounding. It is astounding. Like, my God. I don't know what. What makes me really mad is that there's those butthurt DC fans who want to find anything to lynch onto. It's like, it's Academy Award-winning Suicide Squad. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a crap movie, and you know it. And I like this film. But I do not think it deserves the makeup and hairstyling award. It just gets because it's Suicide Squad, because it's a name they recognize and just gave it to it. Instead of just giving it to Star Trek.
Which, has been around for 50 years.
I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't.
And people liked it. And it was the closest thing we've gotten to a Star Trek film in a long time.
Okay, so movie with the best original score, which is the music throughout the movie, obviously is La La Land. That's when that won. Obviously, it's La La Land. Come on, like it's a musical. What do you expect? Next one caused a lot of controversy.
Yeah,
and I think for the wrong reasons. Best original song in a movie goes to La La Land for City of Stars, written by Justin Hurwitz, lyrics by Benji Pasek and Justin Paul. I don't think Moana should have won. Let's just preface that right now. Moana should not have won because the song that they nominated was a very generic Disney song.
Yeah, it's the I want more and
I want to
look
be better.
At what I can do.
Yeah, look how special I am. I have dreams. Disney song. It's in every Disney princess movie. Is it good?
Oh, it's great.
It's fantastic. It's very entertaining.
It's audibly pleasing.
Mm-hmm. And the young lady who plays Moana in the film, she's an amazing singer. She was sung at the Oscars, and I very much enjoyed her performance. She got like pelted in the head by one of the people dancing behind her, and it felt really bad for like, oh, sweetie, are you okay? I hope you're all right, sweetheart. Just keep powering through. You got this. I believe in you. I'm dad bean sometimes, where I'm just like, I believe in you. I like her. She's a very sweet girl.
Yes.
My problem is I don't think City of Stars should be the song that won for La La Land.
Audition.
Audition was also nominated, and Audition's just a far better song.
Audition is
also
the song
known as
that speaks to me
for the ones who
the
dream.
most.
Yeah, I think City of Stars is pretty, but Audition speaks to you. Audition flows through you. You feel that song because if you were even in some way, art capable, or you enjoy art, and if you like art just a little bit, you do it on a daily basis. You always wanted to be an artist. Like me and Mario, we want to be filmmakers. It's our dream in life. That is our end game. We want to be filmmakers. We want to have our own production studio where we can do the films we want to do. And there's just something about Audition when you were listening to it. You're just like, yes, that's like, how I feel.
Hey, like that spark of insanity. Have run with it, like because we all kind of just
telling
need
you,
that.
It's okay to dream. It's okay to have dreams. It's okay to chase them. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's just saying God bless you for having a dream. God bless you for chasing it. And God bless you for being crazy enough to try. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is City of Stars a great song? Absolutely. It's very well sung. I love the calming melody to it. It's very pretty. But I do think Audition's better.
Yes.
Ironically, it would have been given to the same people if Audition won.
Yeah.
Which I just find hilarious.
Well, because it was the superior soundtrack.
Yeah, I listened to it.
I love the Moana soundtrack, but
yeah, but
La La Land is a gorgeous piece.
They're gorgeous music. It's great.
Production design, La La Land.
Not surprising. Most technical awards, La La Land should win.
Yeah.
These next two actually surprised me because they weren't won by La La Land, and you'll understand why. Best sound editing was Arrival. The musical didn't win for sound editing. The musical. I mean,
to be fair, the sound was fantastic.
Great. It's a pity Oscar. Yeah. Because it's a good movie that was just outclassed by better films. Like, I mean, if we're being very honest here, Arrival's a very good movie, and when it came out, me and you were very sure this is going to probably be movie of the year. This is going to win a bunch of awards.
I wanted it to be.
And then we're like, oh no, there's just so many other good things that came out this year. This is a good year for films. And
Oh, it totally was. Much better than the past couple
and
years.
unfortunately, like Arrival just came into a year that's just like, well, we can't win anything here. There's just better things than us. And I'm like,
It's okay. We'll just buy it on Blu-ray.
oh yeah, I love Arrival. I loved Arrival. God, I want to go watch it again.
Me too.
I've seen it twice. I think we both saw it twice.
I think so.
Yeah, it was a good time.
God, it's a great film.
Sound mixing. Now, normally with sound editing, for most movies that win sound editing, also win sound mixing.
Sometimes?
Yeah. This time it's Hacksaw Ridge. Again, I say, the musical doesn't win for sound mixing.
Well, you probably... Well, maybe because of all the, the wartime stuff and the dialogue,
no. I don't
maybe.
think. I think they deserve it. I think they deserve it. I just find it hilarious. The musical, which is entirely dependent on sound, doesn't win for the sound awards. I just find that really funny. No, Hacksaw Ridge totally deserves sound mixing. I'll give it that. It sounds great. It's a great mixed sounds. I don't honestly know what the sound mixing word goes to. I have an idea, and I do think Hacksaw Ridge did very well. I think it sounds great. I think it's like you feel when you're in the war zone. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Visual effects, Jungle Book.
It's hard because a part of me wanted Star Wars to win, but someone made a really good argument. The thing with the Star Wars movie is it didn't do anything spectacular. It really dialed itself back as a Star Wars film.
I think the only thing that it really did to kind of push the envelope was the Tarkin Leia thing.
I think the entire sky battle sequence at the end.
That too, but
really that went somewhere.
Yeah, no, that was well done and incredibly well crafted, and must have taken a long time to complete. But doing the CGI over the actors,
Tarkin,
yeah,
and people always complain it looks stupid. I'm like,
but Star Wars has always been about pushing the envelope of what was possible.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to start complaining about it now, then you're like 40 years too late to that party, sir.
That if we're doing visual effects, every Star Wars film would win visual effects, even the prequels, because they looked pretty good too.
Yeah.
I do think the Jungle Book, though.
That was mostly CGI.
Yeah, and I do think there's a level you have to appreciate. You believe those animals were there. It was hard not to believe they were there. They were so well done.
At least it wasn't like Life of Pi where it won Best Cinematography.
Oh my god.
That still pisses me off.
Oh, same.
90% of that film was shot on a blue screen.
What made Jungle Book pretty cool is that I do think that there's a point to where the visual effects are great, but they were sold because the kid did such a good job.
Oh yeah, he made it kind of like a seamless barrier between the 3D CG world and the actual stuff going on.
So there's just a level where I mean, Jungle Book's visual effects were great, but they were kind of dependent on the kid actor doing a very good job selling you on it.
All right, well, best adapted screenplay, Moonlight.
I think's kind of weird. I don't know whether... I think as a screenplay, Moonlight's great. I think as an adapted screenplay, Arrival's better. Because Arrival worked with a lot more with a lot less. And I think there's a level to where, Moonlight's good, but I think...
because This Is Your Life is a very short story.
I do feel like Moonlight is the better film. I feel like Arrival is the better adaptation. I feel like Arrival adapts that script, that short story very well, and I think it should have won just simply because it is the better adaptation. But I get it. Moonlight wins because it won Film of the Year, so it has to win Best Original Screenplay too. That's not always the best adapted. It's not always true. It's never always true.
No.
But in this case, I can see what they're doing because it's an adapted screenplay, and there's not usually many of those that are great. But I do think that Arrival should have won this one.
Yeah.
I don't mad at it. I understand it. I agree to a degree. I do think Arrival's a better adapted screenplay. I hate this next one.
Yep, me too.
And now, last but not least, my favorite award, because it's the one that every year finds a way to disappoint me. Best Original Screenplay.
9 Lives.
Good timing. But no, even worse. Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, I must have gotten the wrong card.
Oh my god.
It wasn't very good.
Why? Why?
The time jumps were poorly constructed.
They were, and just
because we would flash forward 5 years in the past or whatever when Casey Affleck's brother was still alive in the script. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess we're going to the past now.
What gets me is that La La Land's a better original screenplay than this. You know, it's also really good. That should have won Lobster, because as a written movie, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic story. It's interesting. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's the most original thing I've seen in years. Where Manchester by the Sea is every mopey 30-year-old. Oh, I'm so sad. I go those kids today. I'm like, no. Manchester by the Sea is not a well-written movie. It's a bunch of melodrama that no one cares about. No one cares about you, old man. Calm down. I don't. It's just a bunch of.
It's Casey.
It's not
Affleck
that well written. I don't understand the praise for this terrible film.
What was the kid's name? Peter or something? He was annoying.
Yes, he was. Everyone in this film was annoying.
I could have sworn that his ex was going to say, like, when she comes up to Casey Affleck later and she reveals that she's pregnant, I thought she was going to say, I'm a lesbian. Because she was hanging out with another chick, and like they seemed very close. Like they had that kind of relationship.
It seemed like they were setting up a sexual relationship between the two of them.
Nope.
Of course, that's because the movie isn't very good. It's not a good movie.
It didn't know what it wanted to be. It's not a good movie.
All right. It's been the topic of the week, and there's been a lot of yelling, been a lot of frustration, but...
At the end of the day, we can buy the ones we want on Blu-ray.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, you speak with your wallet. When the movies come out in film and DVD, we speak with our wallet. We speak with beauty of capitalism. You speak with what you buy.
Yep.
And of course, I'm gonna buy the movies I want. I'm not gonna buy the ones I don't want.
Moana comes out in 3 days on Blu-ray.
I'm excited for that. I'm still up in the air whether I'm gonna buy it or not. I want to, but there's a part of me that's like, do I really want to though? All right.
I still haven't bought Zootopia yet. I just like having high quality versions of animation where you can really admire the details.
I want it for Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh God, yes, please.
All right, guys. Now it's time for the weekly Garbage Day.
Garbage Day!
This week's Garbage Day is Collide, by director Aaron Creevy. Main actress is Felicia Day. Who was the main actor again?
Felicia Day? You mean Felicity Jones?
Felicity Jones. Sorry, I don't know why I said Felicia Day.
I don't remember, but Ben Kingsley is in this.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let's just... It's weird because...
There's a good cast there.
There's a good cast. You got Felicity Jones, Nicholas Hoult, Anthony Hopkins, Ben Kingsley. I just don't like... Man... It's crazy.
It's a stupid action film.
That's the thing. I think it's really harshly criticized for a film that's really not that bad. It's fine. It's a stupid action flick.
It's not good.
No, but it's not
relatively well shot, actually.
Yeah, it's really well shot. The sequences, the action sequences are actually really entertaining. The chase scenes are really entertaining.
I like the German farmer. He was my favorite character. He gets
the
shot.
guy with the shotgun.
He gets shot.
I got respect for that man. He just...
He sees he's in over his head. He comes in with a shotgun. Starts like, you know what? I started shooting deer when I was 12 years old. I'm very fast and I never missed. Get shot.
Yeah, he gets shot instantly. I'm like, wow.
Dude had some brass on him.
Now, I'm not sure this is true, but I was told this movie was supposed to originally be released in 2013, 2014. That was the original release, and then for some reason it got held back
by a long time.
Yeah. And if that's the case, I'm not gonna lie.
It shows.
It does show. It feels like a film that should have been released a lot earlier, but wasn't. And I think that's movie's biggest problem is that it feels like a movie that should have came out earlier. I think would have done better if it came out earlier, but it's come out later, and it just doesn't feel like it's aged very well.
No. But hey, we get Felicity Jones in her underwear.
Well, yeah. I mean,
before she has a seizure.
Preface it with before she almost dies. It's hard to say much about this film. Is it good? No, but it's... But I like
if you want to waste your afternoon, put it on.
I like what you said after the film. You look like it's a lot like junk food. It's not very good for you, but you kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, because the action sequences, I'm like, okay. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just... I did have a complaint about Ben Kingsley, though. He was pretty much his Mandarin character from Iron Man 3, but drawn out for a very long time.
And he was actually evil.
And he did kind of start to get a little bit annoying near the end.
Dude, he had an obsession with gold.
There was
gold everything.
There was a 30-minute bit, or they were winding down to the finale of the film, It took him 30 minutes to reach the end.
Yeah,
It stretched on longer than
it's
it needed.
weird because like it's a little bit poorly edited. There is a moment at the end of the film that they could have added to the beginning of the film, and it would have made it a little bit better. Like there's this whole thing with the store scene. I feel like if you would have edited the film a little differently, you could have put that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when you're doing a movie that when you start a movie and then you flash back to show how everything got to where it is, when you get to that point, you should be at the third act or like into the third act at that point, well into the third act. That way you can end the third act, and the third act should be like quick. You should feel like, okay, I've now caught up. I now get to see the scene again with all the sequences again. I get to have the emotional impact that it would have, and I get to see the ending. The problem is that bit with the store lasts way too long. Like the convenience store with the gas station lasts too long, and they would have put that in the beginning of the film, and that's if it would have ended with the guy getting shot, right? And then would have gone back to the beginning there. I think that would have been better. And then started back where the guy gets shot, and then you get to see him trying to figure out what to do, and then they all get shot. That would have been better. It would have been great. Would have made the movie better a little. It still wouldn't have been necessarily good, but it would have made it better.
It'd be kind of like if instead of in Megamind, they started out with him falling to his doom.
Yeah.
They started out at the scene where Tina Fey tells him to get lost in the rain. And then continued from the beginning.
And you got to that point, you're just like, oh my god, there's so much more into this. Okay.
Yeah.
It's sort of like...
That, and it would have been, helpful if they had developed the characters in this movie.
It's sort of like,
They're just kind of cardboard cutouts.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
it's a film that it's acted really well, and like it's really over the top. It's sort of Ben Kingsley, who's like way to the left here. Also, the main villain, who was played by I got his name right here. The main villain, who's played by Anthony Hopkins. He was
good.
Also super over the top. But like
they were chewing the scenery hardcore.
Yeah, he was.
But I'm like, you know what? I appreciate
this. This is good scenery.
Yeah,
it's good. You should.
I appreciate this.
All on you, man. This is really good scenery. I'm all for it. To understand how much I just want to put this out. This film cost $29 million to make. You know how much it's made thus far?
12.
1 million.
Wow.
1 million.
No. See, okay, so
it's 512,820.
Is that domestic or combining international? Oh God.
I know.
See, I didn't know about this movie until we went to go see Lego Batman.
I think that is just U.S. Let's see if it tells us everything.
You'd probably have to go to like Box Office Mojo.
Oh no, here it is. Worldwide, it's 2,531,000.
Moving up in the world.
It's a million more. Oh my god, they waste so much money on this movie. Who studio made this?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
I don't know. But god, I feel bad. That sucks.
No, see, I found out about this film when we went to go see Lego Batman. There was a poster for it. I'm like, oh, that just looks like a cliche action drama film.
It looks like an early 2000s action film. And it kind of feels like it.
And then Christian found out about it. And then it turned out to be the movie that we had to see.
Yeah. He's always... it's funny when Mario's like looking at films because like you'll see a really bad movie. He's like, that looks terrible. And look at me. And it's like, don't tell me not to see this. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's not my choice. It's critics' choice. Oh, man.
There's not much to say about it.
Yeah,
we can't hate it. We can't love it.
This is what I'll tell you to do. It's going to be on TNT eventually. It's a film that's definitely made for TNT.
Oh, it's made for TNT.
That's what you do. Listen to Papa Bean right now. Papa Bean's going to lay down some, like...
He's going to learn you a thing.
I'm going to learn you a thing. You're going to be sitting at home one day, bored, flipping through the TV. If you still have cable, like, why would you have cable, though? Yeah. Like, seriously, you don't need cable. Just pay for the streaming. Find a really good internet service that just gives you internet for a fair price. Then get some streaming. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to go, and you're going to find, like, you're going to find, like, you're flipping through the cable, and it's like, oh, hey, TNT. Oh, look, maybe I listened to that one podcast that's now in a fiery... So now the fiery turd is now, like, everywhere, and it's just kind of, like, not doing anything anymore because, they died. It's, like, about 3 months later. No, I'm kidding. It's, like, a year later, the fiery turd's gone away. Maybe remember us. Maybe it stuck with you. Maybe it's, like, the worst episode, and you're like, God, it was terrible. The worst podcast I've ever heard. And he's like, I'm really talking about this movie. It's like, yeah, that's what I tell you to do. That's what you're going to do. You're going to see Collide. And you're like, oh, well, I mean, they talked about it. No, it's fine. You're going to sit there, nothing's going to be on. Nothing good's going to be on. You know, sitting there, you see Collide, and you're like, I guess I'll watch it. And you'll sit there and you'll watch Collide. You'll be on your phone texting, or you'll be like playing your Vita 2 or your 3DS 20 or whatever the new consoles is.
Your Swatch.
In 6 months in the future with your flying car and your future people.
Nintendo Swatch.
So you're gonna sit there with your future gadgets. It's gonna be on the background. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna sit there, you're gonna play games or on your phone with your Apple Nintendo Vita Swatch, whatever it is, and you're gonna enjoy it. You wanna know why you're gonna enjoy it? Because you're not expected to pay super close attention. It's fun action, and that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Sorry.
Really drawn out, wasn't it? I really milked this one.
You kind of did.
I milked the hell out of this joke. Oh, man. You got something to say, Mario? Huh? Do you?
It's a dumb film.
Yeah, it's dumb.
If you want to watch it, go ahead. You're not going to be offended by anything in it.
You might even have a good time.
Yeah.
The moments in the film where it wasn't taking itself serious and was just doing stuff, I really enjoyed. And I just
the action was well shot.
I didn't pay attention to the fact. I just enjoyed it. I just let it happen. I let it flow through me. It was a good time. All right. Now, garbage is over, and it's time for this week. Going to be the rewind. We were going to do Matinee Monday, but
money.
We're
broke.
It's really hard because when we come back, we're not going to be doing an episode next week. Real fast. We're doing Wayne's World next week. Around Friday, Saturday, you're gonna get an episode. It's not gonna be a normal episode. It's gonna be a commentary of this film. We're trying something new, so tell you if you like it. I'll explain more then. But we decided we had to do a rewind because we don't want to see anything. We don't have the money for it. So we did Wayne's World, and we rewatched it. We recorded us watching it. You're gonna get it next week, but. So we're going to sit there and talk about it. When we get back, we're probably going to end up seeing Logan first, and then we're probably going to go see Get Out. We want to see Get Out, but there's like it's a level thing, and like Logan's more like relevant to us than Get Out is.
When you get down to it, what's more relevant to us?
To us, it's comics. It's 11.
But we're also film majors, and we love film.
It's Collectors Coalition. I mean, I think we take comics a little bit more seriously than we take our movies. There's a reason why we do comics first, and why it's one of the longest sections.
That's true.
I mean, I love movies. You love movies, but I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, it's we know what we're doing. We know where our hearts lie.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's like Kevin Smith. He loves movies, but you know he loves comics more.
Yeah.
So we're doing Wayne's World this week, and in hindsight, a lot of this movie doesn't necessarily hold up. A lot of the jokes don't hold up.
Yeah, this is...
But the overall premise and humor in the movie really does.
Oh,
there are references...
It's a stupid movie, but it's funny, and I love it.
And it's timeless in a way. Yeah. There are references for the 80s, but the movie's so campy and ridiculous that it's gone... instead of, like, being by accident, it's on purpose, so it's, like, looped back around. And it's so campy and so ridiculous, and just such a... it's such a representation of what it means to be television and what it means to be movies that it's just timeless. It's how I feel Hollywood is right now. It's how I feel movies and TVs are. It's this level camp and this ridiculous. And Michael Myers and Dana Carvey are so overacting so hardcore. They're talking to the camera. They're getting so into it. They're so over the top that it feels like someone really trying to convince you that they're of their character. And then just break the fourth wall and talk to the camera like a couple other characters do.
The owner of the donut place.
There's a story with him, and we're really curious on what it is right now.
I think we know, Christian.
He murdered somebody.
Deep down, we know. It turned 25 not too long ago.
It did. We should have done this then, though.
We really should have, but I think we chose a pretty good time to do it.
Yeah. I
still like this film.
I do too, but I think...
I don't watch it too often, though.
No, I think there's a reason behind that. It's funny, but it's not like...
It's not, It doesn't have.
It's not like Spaceballs.
It doesn't have incredible rewatch
It's not
value.
like Spaceballs. It's not like.
It's not like Clerks, where I could pop that on every night in the week and watch something new about it.
It's not like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where it feels like no matter when you watch this movie, it's perfect.
Put him in the Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden, wow! I was gonna say wow and rad, and then I goofed.
It's funny because I made a lot of jokes in Wayne's World 2 about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, because it's only after watching Wayne's World I'm like, God, these movies are super similar. Like, not incredibly similar, but there's a lot of, like, how they talk, I think it's really... the main characters are so similar to each other. I'm like, God,
so 90s Californian.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
90s, 80s Californian.
So, like...
Excellent.
Be excellent to one another.
Wrong movie!
Yeah, I mean, they joke a lot during the commentary. He's just
He
so
thinks
mad
he's
at
funny.
He
thinks he's got jokes.
I do think I am funny. God, it's hard. So I think in hindsight, the movie doesn't necessarily hold up, but I don't think it necessarily makes it a bad movie. I just think that you now appreciate it for different reasons.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that watches this movie, and I'm like, this is Hollywood for me, man. This is what Hollywood's like. This is how I feel every time I watch a Hollywood movie. I'm like, yeah, it's this ridiculous. Yeah, it's this over the top.
Like, it's the same. Some people only do things for money, and that's just sad.
And they're just dressed in this just...
Was it Reebok?
Yeah, Reebok advertisement from head to toe. Everything he's wearing.
I don't know, man, but all this is giving me a headache. Here, take 2 of these.
And they do an aspirin commercial on the spot. I'm like, wow, guys.
Little, yellow, different.
The Pepsi commercial where he just stops. After taking some Pepsi, he stops and stares at the camera and starts talking about Pepsi. I'm like, oh my God.
That's easily one of my favorite sequences of that movie.
It's the most, I think, the most relevant in anything, because they're independent show creators. They were given a big budget, and the money got to them, and they're like, we need to keep this big budget. We've got all this money, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, I hate when people... And of course, and so they started independent, they had this, like...
They lose their integrity, the artistic integrity.
But what's great is that they represent a, like, hey, but we're still independent. This is still our show. It's still an independent...
Yeah.
It was our independent show. It started independent, so it's still kind of independent. So they still have that, I guess you can say,
Drive?
not drive, pretension to it. That they're like, we're still indie, even though we're sponsored with, like, we have sponsors.
I don't think they were pretentious about it. I think they just kind of wanted to remain true to themselves.
But the thing is that it's not necessarily that they remained true to themselves, that they believed that they were still indie and still independent, even though they had a lot of money.
Because they were doing things the old way while everything was changing around them.
And when they tried to do their show, when Wayne tried to do the show his way, we got smacked down for it, because it's just not how it works anymore.
Nope. I mean, it was funny.
But what I thought was in Wayne's World, I really appreciate is that it shows that, yes, you can't sell it to make money, but money's still super important.
Yes.
Like, there's no point in doing an art film if you can't make something off of it, because you're just wasting
you're never
life.
gonna, like, unless you're really good or you, like, have incredible luck, you're probably not gonna make a lot of money off of your art. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Art's not very profitable unless you're selling to the right people.
And I like that about this movie, that it makes that point. It's that, like, if it's not profitable, then you're really just doing it for yourself at that point.
But when you get down to it, that's probably one of the most rewarding things about art. You're creating something.
True, but I like it. It asks the question: is creating for creating purposes better, or is there not some? Is it not important to create?
The ultimate goal is to make money doing what you love.
Yeah.
Right. But you also have to have your artistic integrity. You have to love what you're doing, and it's the same thing with La La Land, which is why that really resonated with me. If you don't love what you're doing everything in vain.
You can tell every person in that movie loved what they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
They're all into it.
Acting, jazz, that they had passion for those things.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to sell a piece of yourself to sell the product.
Yeah, and I appreciate.
And it's the same thing here.
And I appreciate how the movie doesn't say it's black and white. It's like, no, it's complex.
Yeah, there's some moral gray area.
There's a complexity behind it, because you can't just make things and think, oh, I made it, so it's worth something. It's like, no, if you can't make any money off it, then really you're just kind of just yelling into a crowd. Like, how you make a film stand out, how you make something stand out is through financing. It's through someone paying for it. And I kind of appreciate that movies like, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's the truth. And I'm like, cool, I appreciate that. I appreciate you treating this like a complex issue that it is.
Also, Alice Cooper's in this.
Yeah, Alice Cooper's in it, and he's like he and it kind of like a jab at I guess like it makes kind of a jab of you think the star's gonna be this way and you turn out no, it's not. Not everyone.
Really educated,
He's like
well read, which I imagine that's how he is in real life.
Yeah, I imagine Alice Cooper. I mean, from what I understand, he's a very smart man, and I appreciate how like Bill and Ted talk to him. He just like acts super.
Bill
super...
and Ted.
Sorry, I don't know.
Wayne and Garth.
Wayne and Garth. I don't know why I said Bill and Ted. Wayne and Garth.
That should be next.
Yeah, well, that should be next. I love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I've seen that movie like 100 times, and I just think it's so funny. Wayne and Garth like meet him, and just this wonderful moment where they're expecting like this rock god, like yeah, I'm so cool. He's like, oh yeah, so you come here often? So I was like, oh yeah.
Well, actually, some of the earlier settlers from Milwaukee.
And he has a whole history lesson on Milwaukee, and I'm like,
as early as the 1600s.
the entire band gets in on it. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
I still enjoy this.
We were talking about in the commentary, like, is he? I think he's that smart, isn't he? Isn't he like?
I think so. I know he's a pretty smart fellow.
I've heard he's a great guy. Like,
I'd love to meet him one day.
Yeah, this is really enjoyable, and it was a good rewatch. And
I needed
it's funny.
this.
I didn't find myself liking Wayne's World why I liked it when I was a kid. I found myself liking it for new reasons as an adult.
And that's a great thing about a film if it carries a new meaning later in life.
And yeah, when I liked it, the same reason when I was like, I don't like it the same way I like it as a kid. I think the reasons I like it as a kid don't really hold up, but I think that it does have a more complexity, a story being told, a parody of Hollywood that just kind of stays true to this day, and I really appreciate, and I still really appreciate.
It's good.
It is very good. Well, guys, that's the show for the week. It didn't last that long. We did pretty good in time this time. I'm not going for like
I think so.
3 hours. Like I said, you're not going to get a normal episode next week. You can get a commentary episode. We're going to get back doing our normal episodes the week after, but we're not going to leave you without a content. Next week, you'll be getting a commentary episode, and I've got a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff with us setting up, and it was just audio tests to make sure we sounded right. We just kept it on because we're talking, we're making funny jokes. I'm going to try to like do a super cut of that, of us just talking, and see what I can do. I'm hoping to release it next week, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, tell us what you think. Like, comment, subscribe wherever you are. Follow us. Do what you can. Come through our website, collectorscoalition.com. Do anything you want. There's a whole discussion board on there. If you want to talk to me or Mario, mainly me, I'm always on there. Just checking, waiting for one comment, going, I just need a friend. So, guys, as always, it's a pleasure. We'll see y'all next time. Adios. Another week, another episode of Collectors Coalition, a Magnesium Studios production.
Prolonged exposure to this podcast may cause the following side effects.
Visiting our website at collectorscoalition.com.
Listening to us on SoundCloud, PodOmatic, and iTunes.
Subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Following us on Twitter at Collect Coalition.
Following us on Instagram, Tumblr, and Facebook at Collectors Coalition.
Bouts of extreme depression.
Uncurable explosive diarrhea.
Not being able to grow up past the mental maturity of a 3-year-old.
But in all seriousness, thank you for listening, and we love you all.
And remember, stay nerdy, my friends.